The podcast that you're about to listen to does not care about your emotions, your hypersensitivity, or your political correctness. If you wish to continue, then
shut up and sit down.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. You're listening to the A5-35 podcast. I'm Frank, a.k.a. PJ, here with Fabian.
What's going on?
And John. We're down Ray and Jonah this episode, but the Three Amigos going to hold it down.
Facts. Bring some hot shit.
I mean, not for nothing, it kind of works out because what we wanted to hit on this time around, wanted to take a bet. For those of you who have been listening or know us, John, Fabian, and I have been friends for
20 years. It's 20 years now.
Yeah.
For me and you, it's 21.
Yes. For me, you and I, it's 21. For Fabian and I, it's 20.
Yeah.
Because 7th grade with you, 8th grade with Fabian.
Right.
So, like, we got a long history, and we look at where we were and where we are, and like even the people that we interact with now. Mm-hmm. And
it got me. I was thinking about high school anyway because the past, like, over the holidays and stuff like that, like, I've been throwing parties since Halloween. Really since the summer, but more so since Halloween on, I've been throwing parties and having people over, and it just, like, I don't know, it kind of made me think, like, damn, I've known you people for. Because it was like mostly people from high school, you know what I'm saying? And it kind of brought me like, damn, I've known people longer than I haven't known them. Everybody I don't have the same connection with everybody, but it's just kind of crazy how you could know somebody for like that long.
And obviously still like just getting longer.
Oh yeah.
Like it's weird when you think about how people were back then or how you thought they were back then. Because I'd be talking to people that I didn't talk to like that then that I fucks with now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just different.
It's funny how the universe works like that. Like, you'll remember somebody from high school that you did not fuck with. Like, not that you had a problem with them, but you just walked past them. You seen them, you knew who they are, and you were like, I'd never talk to this person in life. And it comes, hey, 15, 20 years later, like, you're on a group chat. You know what I'm saying? Like, how the fuck did that happen?
Yeah.
Like, it happened to me. Not with y'all, of course, because I already knew y'all. But it happened to me with other people that I don't want to say I ignored, but I pretty much didn't pay attention to. Like, you wasn't a part of my friends group. But now I'm, like, friends with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Sometimes I wish I could go back and kind of, like, handle relationships with people differently. Like, not girlfriend relationships, because those are all bullshit. I think I had the record for girlfriends in fucking high school, bro. It was like everybody.
You know what? When it came to, I've actually hung out with people. Like, it's funny you say that. I've actually hung out with people now, like in my 20s, that I never thought I would hang out with in high school. Like, those social circles and shit, like, they kind of dissipate once you graduate. It's like everybody had their crews and the people that the certain groups that hung out with and sat at the lunch table with, and then once, I think after college, that shit is just a wrap. Everybody's like, hey, what's going on? How you been? What you doing? And there's no.
Well,
it's weird how it just changes over the second you fucking leave school.
I almost find it interesting, like the politics though, too, like that existed back then that stopped you from interacting with somebody, or like that created this, quote unquote beef amongst y'all, and now like you see that person and all of a sudden it's like, yo, what's up? Like, why the fuck weren't we cool before?
You know what's crazy? Talking to kids or like running into them in the gas station and you'd be like, yo, like they're cool to you now, but like, hey, I remember when we were in a race war together. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is crazy to me, bro. But that was a real thing. Like, we had a race war.
Yeah.
We had a race war and white people was mad at, browns. I don't know where that would come from. White people being mad at brown people, but it was there. And I've never heard of that. But it was the first time I had experienced it. It was just crazy. So You see people now, I try to avoid them.
Do you guys remember how big our graduating class was?
It was somewhere around.
I thought it was like 400.
1,200? No,
it was
1,200.
it was not 12.
No, the people in the school was 1,200.
It was like 650. Our
No,
graduating.
but can you believe Monroe now? Like back when we were there, remember they had just the A, B, and C floor, and then you had that one D block that nobody actually went to unless you were trying to like skip class. And
That's
now all of a
it
sudden,
opened
the door
up
we ran out
eventually.
of to go skip school. Downstairs.
Or you just hiding for a couple classes and stuff like
No,
that?
we ran out the doors downstairs.
Did we?
Yes, we ran down outside the doors, down across the field, across the middle school to the commons, and it was
the
taxi waiting for us. We did that, and then went to Unmentionable's name's house.
Yeah, I remember
I don't
that.
have to bleep shit out. Goddamn.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember like Fabian almost killed me in high school.
I did not almost kill. Oh man.
Yeah, no, yes you did.
No, I didn't. I was complete control of the situation.
You were not. All right, so Fabian at one point had a Mitsubishi Eclipse.
I remember. I think.
So it was like a homecoming game or something like that. I think we were out at a football game, and he was driving all of us home. At the time, I was in the backseat with my companion.
Unmentionable.
And
I'm still trying to guess in my mind what it was.
We weren't paying attention to the road for him, assuming he had it. But young teenage boy trying to show out in the sports car,
of course,
quote unquote, right?
Nasty in that thing.
So he did not completely understand the road he was on. So he ran out of real estate real fast at one point, and the Fast and Furious was like live and in person.
God damn.
And so were a lot of trees.
Damn, son. It was like that.
We survived, obviously, right? But needless to say, whatever might have been going on stopped going on, and my seatbelt went on.
How that shit feel, motherfucker?
Yo,
like full disclosure, obviously it should have been on, all that stuff, whatever. Like, all right, horny teenage boy, whatever.
You did it to me.
All right,
Who?
Except for there was no girls
I don't know
in the car.
what are you talking about?
Oh no! Now I'm snitching because it's years later. You can't get beat for it no more.
All right.
No, you crashed your father's car and you blamed it on my brother, right?
Whoa! Is that the van situation? Or
No,
that
it was a Galant. It was a black Galant, I believe, and my brother had sold his dad a car, and we had just got our licenses and shit. So we're going down this road over here before you get to Great Court, and he doesn't slow down when you turn on my road.
No, I tried to slow down. It just didn't slow down adequately enough.
To slow down later than he should.
I've told my parents about it.
Yeah.
Well, we're telling them.
Yeah, you're. I mean, I'm saying you're not snitching on me because thankfully I told them. Like
Trisha says she remembers the car John had in high school, the death trap, and the wheels came off.
Oh yeah,
that was the car I bought you, wasn't it?
I don't know.
The brown one. Trisha, was that the brown one? Let us know if that was the brown one.
Is that Trisha Lama? Is that who that is?
Yeah, Phil Castenbaum's on too, man. So we're talking, Phil, we're talking about high school stories, man, back from M-Dub days, and by the way, I actually was drifting, all right, professionally.
No, that was not a professional drift. Stop it.
I was drifting. I knew, like, I was like, oh shit, I hit the brake and it started fucking
Trish
pumping.
said it was black, by the way.
Okay, it was. See, a different car. You're full of shit. You were not drifting with this dude in the car, bro.
It was. I mean, it did. That's exactly what it did.
Don't feel bad because
my heart stopped.
That's what it did.
He put me in multiple dangerous situations. Dude, he made my tooth grow through my freaking lip from playing basketball.
Wait, how is that a dangerous situation?
I mean, you just hurt me. That's how it.
No,
one time we have bikes. He knows I have no brakes. He's like, John, let's go down this hill. He's like, you'll be fine. I'm like, PJ, I have no brakes. He's like, no, you'll be fine.
The real problem was your lack of coordination.
Dude.
Oh, dude.
I
fucked up. I still have the scar on my left arm. So don't let him guilt you into almost murdering him when my whole existence was based off of him almost killing me or hurting me in some physical way.
I don't think that's entirely accurate, bro. All right, there was one point that you were destroying everything in my house.
Yeah, those are things that can't be replaced.
My parents were, Mom, Dad, John's coming over. Don't let him over here.
Goddamn right. I was going into my body.
Then they would come home. What did John break?
Goddamn right. Tasmanian fucking devil. And I apologize, Candy and Frankie. But you know what? I was a young boy growing into his large man body. I didn't know what I was doing with it. I can control it now. We're better.
What's up, TJ? What's up? What's up, Alex Biff? Man, I haven't seen him since freaking.
Yeah,
all right, can you stop name dropping? First names is one thing.
Yo, they're popping up on it.
On your personal, cool. Nigga. That's your personal.
So, exactly.
That's your personal. No, stop name dropping.
This entire episode.
Like, damn.
All right, so just bleep it out. I know. Just bleep out one.
No, just add just a little work. Just a little work. That's fine.
Bleep it out.
I learned a lot in high school. I had a lot of fun with a lot of people in high school. I was mostly there to hang out with the girls, and that was just what I did. I ain't do a lot of stuff there.
I could have done so much more.
Yeah, no. I look back at it now. It's like
so
you could have got in trouble for so much shit, and you didn't do it because you just.
I just wish I had the same mind now.
Nah, it wasn't.
That I did.
It wasn't even like afraid. It was. You're just fucking naive in high school. You're just so naive, and and the worst part is you don't know it.
Oh yeah, you think you know? I've been on this earth for 14 years. I've been here long enough.
Yeah, you think that you got shit figured out, bro? Like your parents don't know shit.
Nah.
Ain't nobody can tell you nothing. Like you just, at least as a guy, you're largely worried about vagina, and
that was it.
Yeah, I was gonna end it. Well, money is in there. It's just like
when the money was tied to the vagina. I need money for
right.
That,
so like,
and it never really stopped.
Vagina was like top 3, and then
it was top 2, and it wasn't number 2.
No, I'm saying it was all of the top 3.
Oh yeah, okay.
It was like vagina.
Okay, yeah.
And then like for me, it was money and then school. Like that's
probably right.
That was my top 5.
You know what? Because you always have to make sure you had the fresh fucking gear on, especially when you go to rec night and you got to make sure everything's looking all proper and stuff. Because everybody's gonna be meeting up.
Why every Spanish girl had that same ponytail with the part, right? With the tight ass ponytail. Well, all of them was looking good as fuck, though. You go to rec night, you don't even know what it is. Oh, yeah, I bet you look the same, but y'all look good. What do you do? And now you look at their Instagrams and you be like, what happened?
And then they were rocking those freaking, remember those little flip flops with the freaking little flowers on it?
The Chinese
slippers? Yeah, they were on that shit for a while.
Yo. They didn't give a fuck in high school. Yo, high schoolers didn't give a fuck when we grew up. I think they care more now or maybe it's just the school that we went to because.
What are you talking about?
Like
Monroe Woodbury was
we had girls coming to school with full bonnets and like pajamas on, and it wasn't pajama day.
Yeah, they still do that shit now.
I don't see that shit. I don't see no kids out here wearing pajamas to school unless it's like.
How often you go to the school?
I mean, I have kids in school. But
we're talking about high school.
I've seen students before. Like I drove through Washingtonville when they let out.
I'm
recently,
saying I see that shit all the time. I see these motherfuckers not caring. Like worse, like these boys just like straight scraggly, like how I'm looking right now. Just at least I came out of work. Like I have a reason.
Oh nigga, I ain't give a shit about because I couldn't. I ain't have to go.
Yeah, but
I had school wife beaters.
You know what?
The kids are where I am. Like yeah, they got it, and you can tell it's purposeful. Like they're not giving a shit on purpose.
Kids are fucking stupid. We're better than them. Get off my lawn.
No, but I feel like we kind of pioneered that shit. That whole tank top and pajamas coming to school and shit. And the teachers will look at you all like, especially the baby boomer teachers looking at you like you bunch of fucking.
Trisha said that her son's in middle school. They don't do that shit. They don't do no pajama shit.
Right? Because
he be going fancy.
Dude, because they really want to look good. They like everything is Gucci. Like what our shit was South Pole and FUBU. Like Gucci, nigga. I didn't even know that was like. I thought that was just for European white people. I didn't know that was for us too.
I got to take it a little bit further than that at one point though. Like in elementary school, I remember at one point I was wearing Janko jeans. Anybody remember that shit?
You're one of those?
Nigga, I was like 1 out of 3 brown kids trying to fit in. Like, yeah, I did.
Oh man,
I did. I had the chain wallet.
You remember I remember the frost tips.
Yeah.
Real quick,
listen.
I don't mean to cut you off, but I have to do a little commercial. All of y'all people that watch this live, if you're listening out there, if you're listening to us and you know us, share our shit. Just real quick. I'm sorry. We're entertaining as fuck. Please share our shit.
Y'all need to go to Apple Podcast right now and subscribe.
Yeah.
Show some love, motherfuckers.
Don't leave the room now, goddammit.
You know?
Don't leave the room. Don't leave the live now. Or the nigga said share, let me exit. No, nigga. You've bought in.
That's right.
You're one of us. You're an alpha too.
That was a good.
I apologize. Continue.
I appreciate that.
Continue.
But nah, I did have the chain fucking wallet.
Janko jeans.
I had the Janko
Everybody remember
jeans.
Janko jeans?
Like I'm not embarrassed, but I learned.
No,
I learned.
you was trying to find yourself.
Trisha said UFO pants, Frank.
Yeah, I had
Yo,
them hard, bro. Those shits
you.
was huge. You could not see my shoes. They went straight, like perfectly level with the ground. You couldn't see my shoes.
When you was dressing like that.
Nah, because I that was like 5th grade. Okay. I think like that was North Main days.
Oh, North Main.
Yeah, that was North Main days. Nah, when I was like, and when I got to middle school is when like I started seeing other brown people. And people like
there's more.
I mean, I hate to say it that way, but like,
wait, there's more.
Relatable, like you know what I'm saying. My early days in this area, man. Listen, was
for people that are listening that haven't grown up with us and didn't go to school with us and know where we're talking about.
Monroe, New York.
We not even. You can Google it, but you're not going to get a taste of it. We live in a suburban white area 60 miles outside of New York City.
Yes.
So we're New Yorkers, born and raised, and we're right outside the city. So
city folk consider this upstate, and we're not.
Yeah, but
we're nowhere near upstate.
Buffalo and all that other, all those
Syracuse and shit.
We're close. You know what I mean? But so when he tells you he was trying to fit in, that's why. It's because the area that you're in, where you know you got to fit in with what's around. You know?
Yeah, we. Initially growing up, it was predominantly a white area.
I had some Vans at one point. I didn't get them.
I feel like we pioneered that.
I would still wear Vans. I'm just saying.
Pioneered we're like one of the first groups of.
Oh no, we were the first minorities in this area.
Yeah,
100%.
I mean, and now if you go over there, it's a huge
I can't
mix.
say that.
I don't know.
I mean, not the first because there's a couple of.
I mean, my brother, he's 4 years ahead of me. He went to school in Monroe Woodbury too. So.
No, but like. For the I think he's talking about for the transition.
Oh,
like when it's like we started the transition.
How many times we've been in school? There's a new kid that looks like it was from the city. Like that was always like there's like one every there's like 2 or 3 every year.
Are we the Martin Luther King?
There was more of that.
Damn right.
I mean, like you said, we had
2004.
We had a race war in 8th grade. We didn't know what the fuck we were doing.
In
on top of it.
2002, we fought for our rights, right? They was trying to fucking surveillance and shit.
2002.
Not the food fight. Everybody gives the food fight credit. Fuck the food fight. You know why? Because that was based off of bullshit. In 2002, because it was just dumb. In 2002, we were fighting for something. They was going to put surveillance and give us ID tags.
Oh, I remember that shit. And then we started protesting, bro.
Yeah, because some tall black kid fucking got thrown in the fucking hallway.
Who was that?
Who was that?
You would be the one kid to get thrown in the broom closet.
Out of the hundreds and hundreds of kids roaming and running the hallway acting a fucking fool.
Nigga, you was acting a fool.
I wasn't the only one.
Yeah,
I was just in front.
But you were big and loud and in front. Yeah,
I was just in front.
The TJ's talking about the riots. He had a couple of them.
Bomb threats. Oh, remember the Para? That shit was a great day when that shit happened.
The Para was 8th grade.
How crazy is it? I live like 10 miles from there, and nothing ever occurs. That shit was happening all the time. You remember our evacuations for that?
Yeah, that shit was great.
That was
early dismissal.
That's fucking wild.
It was a few of them. There was a few of them. We grew up in a dope town, but they have some shitty practices. And they do a lot of grimy, weird shit around here. And that kind of reflects in the fucking students that we went to school with because, you know, their parents were kind of fucked up too. Because we had some kids that were doing some real foul shit too. I ain't gonna name drop, but we had some scenarios. You know what I mean? Just in general.
With
kids,
what?
Just kids doing messed up stuff in the school. You know what I mean? And feeling that they can get away with it. You know what I mean? Because there was a lot of crazy shit that went down when we were younger. I'm not mad at it.
Again, though, that I think goes to the naivety of our age combined with where we were. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're trying to find your way, and the shit that you can relate to and whatnot. Like,
I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Like, how was? I'm not your typical Spanish guy,
nope.
Right? I'm just not.
No.
I'm not fluent in Spanish. I don't have the super Spanish culture.
You don't have an affinity for stealing radios. I get it.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm gonna tell you.
You know, I was refraining from the black shit.
No,
yeah, right.
I was behaving myself.
Yeah, let me tell you what. I think I told
shit.
you many months ago because every time I saw you, you had some black shit to say to me. I said, "I'm gonna get you. And you're not gonna know. It's just gonna be some random."
I'm saying, but you opened the door now. Like,
but you started it.
I didn't today.
Today, yeah, he's on it. Today.
Fucking
Continue your point.
Thank you. So I find it ironic that in 8th grade I was considered one of the leaders of that whole race war that we had. Meanwhile, I'm not even like, I was just learning about
I'm Puerto Rican.
my culture. Yeah,
So
like,
you're just trying to identify, like you're finally identifying who you were and shit like that.
Because it's called tribalism, and once you see somebody that, because I'm gonna keep it I was friends with your girlfriend first, and that was the homie. So she had a brown boyfriend, and that nigga's cool. I don't got no black friends. Because there's no black people. Like I am the black kid in school. You know what I'm saying? And then there's y'all, which is the Spanish kids, where that's what I got.
Next best thing. Okay, what's up?
I'm light skinned. He light skinned.
Look,
I can pass.
TJ's listening to our live right now, and he was probably one of the most chameleon people.
He had to be.
Right, you're right. You're 100% right. But he did it real well.
Yeah, I mean he has a lot of.
You
fun.
had that option. You didn't do it.
I was friends with everybody.
No, TJ was on another level.
Nah, I wasn't going to be, because I still had some shit to say about white people in school. Like I was cool with white people, but I still was like, yeah. I pointed out the racist shit, and sometimes the black kids wouldn't do that to the white kids because they still wanted to be fucking cool with them.
No, but
there's a few of them black kids that we went to school with.
What I'm saying is like, TJ just vibed with everybody.
I did too. I just wasn't fucking with all y'all. There's a difference between vibing with you and fucking with you. Not all of y'all
like chilling with everybody.
Yeah,
and
I'm gonna sit at the lunch table with everybody, and I'm gonna crack jokes, and I'm gonna make everybody.
You over
laugh.
here trying to say that he wasn't? Man, stop it. Stop it.
Yeah, TJ. Let's be honest.
Give him looks.
Sir.
Sebastian, what up, kid?
See, Sebastian, that's why he laughing about it.
Yeah,
sir. The white didn't look. TJ, come on, man. They was cool with all of us. We wasn't them kids. I was cool with
TJ covered the rainbow.
TJ, oh man, I almost had a black joke. I ain't gonna say it unless TJ give me the permission to say shit.
Nah, because he was here, he was talking about your light skin rhetoric.
You know why TJ's so dark? Because he got all the colors of the rainbow, nigga. That's why. All of the colors.
Oh, damn. Because he's that dark?
No, he's that dark because he's so colorful. And you know what I'm saying? All the colors of the rainbow make white. You know what I'm saying? Every color ever.
Yeah, shots fired. He even here to defend himself. He said that, TJ, you're going to be on next time,
Black
man.
is beautiful. TJ, come on. I would love you here, bro.
I was about to say, I would love to be able to post a picture of TJ right at that. Like,
but he's a good looking dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he's just the ladies. He's a great person.
But I mean, so people understand what we're saying.
Yeah, I know. He's just,
he's that dark.
He's just darker than my light skinned ass, and I'm light skinned black. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
TJ's my nigga, though.
He is a good nigga.
He is. He really is.
You know what I'm saying? In a positive way.
He was probably one of the most popular guys in school.
Yeah.
So that was pretty dope.
It's funny how popularity worked back then, right? Because it wasn't even based off of like if you was like the real dopest person, or it was based off of the dumbest shit. Like
school,
you had J's.
You didn't realize it, but school set you up for politics.
No, but that's the way it was with amongst us.
It was your first. School set you up for politics directly and indirectly, right? You had your school president, your class president, your treasurer, and all that bullshit, right? But then you also learned about the social politics and how your interactions work, and if you're in with this person, the perks that you can get, and all that. Like,
it taught us how to socialize.
But everybody in our group, nobody ever fucked with that. The way we classified our freaking hierarchy is what kind of fucking clothes you were wearing, and nobody was the biggest haters except the people in our group. Well, they're always hating on everything that you're wearing and shit like that. Oh, you wearing FUBU now? Oh, you wearing North Face? What you wearing? No, that's fake. They're always hating.
Because we all grew up, not even if we come from different nationalities, we all stuck together, and it was the same thing where I might be broke, but I ain't gonna look broker than you. So, you know what I'm saying? And that's how it's kind of fun. We was all cool with each other, but it is a fucked up hierarchy.
I remember at one point I was like matching my shirts with my shoe colors. I was changing my laces in the morning to be on top of my shit.
I don't know when the last time we looked at our yearbook from graduating year, but if you go back, I looked at it like a few months ago. What we wore to fucking homecoming dance, Jesus Christ, man.
I don't even remember that.
Oh man, I had the black and red do-rag with the black and red and white FUBU jersey. You had like another FUBU
Wait,
jersey.
so what? We wore that to what?
Homecoming dance. Senior year.
I was probably red.
I was red. You were wearing blue.
Baby blue.
How do you remember that is the fucking question.
Because I looked at the picture a few months ago.
Oh.
I want to see that. Can you show me the picture? I'm gonna post it. I want to post it.
Yeah, I'll show you.
Is that in our extra
It's all
large?
from the yearbook.
Was that?
If I get consent from half of Facebook,
Wait.
I will post all of them.
Oh no! Don't! Oh, here we go. I knew
I'm sure
it just
they have
triggered
the
fucking
yearbook.
something.
Yeah. I don't know.
Do you remember when we first met Fabian and how like
I remember.
No,
the
here we
looks
go.
table. I remember just seeing a kid with a big ass head. And I'm like, yo, and some glasses. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? Who is this kid?
Yeah.
And then Frank was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? He was just talking to you, so I'm like, all right, that's Frank's man, so that's my man now. Like,
if y'all can imagine, I mean, you don't even have to imagine, just bobblehead. Like that was
Damn.
Fabian.
skinny body, big ass head.
Like and his shirts, the only thing that was sticking out was like half his forearm and his hands. That was it. That's how big the shirts were. So like I feel like you were an originator of the 3X, bro.
The 3X
But except
white tees?
it was with the medium.
You know why?
Oh yeah, you got the bigger than yeah, but that was in middle school, and then the high school shit started changing up a little
He
bit.
needed a bigger shirt
Right.
so he could get over his
I mean,
ass head.
When?
Lost the glasses, lost the braces, lost all that other bullshit.
That's
I
what-
came
that's-
in pretty. I came in
Maybe
Niggas started wearing
maybe
necklaces
senior
made out
year.
of tweed and shit like that. Fucking rope.
Whoa, that's
Maybe,
Oh,
maybe
man.
senior year, like you started turning into a man. Like you grew into your shit now. Like
It's
your
a man
head,
thing,
your head
man.
looks like normal size to your body now, but
Oh man,
it took a listen, my nigga, it took a while. Like
We all had ugly
I've
faces.
seen the evolution.
What year do you think?
I seen it too. You finally grew out, man. You tried so hard to grow that mustache for a long
Oh,
time.
now it's
looking like
roasting session.
looking like you were fucking
Yeah, that was a
35.
roasting session.
Y'all better not come this way because you know I got them ready. I'm just gonna say I was gonna try to move past it. I'm just gonna move past it. What year did you think that you went through your ugliest phase, like your ugly phase? Because everybody go through it.
Mine was definitely
It
8th
was about to
grade.
get ugly.
Yeah,
I mean, listen,
mine was
it is what
definitely
it
8th grade.
is.
When it came in,
Eighth
glasses,
grade?
braces. Because after that, when I went to high school, it was freshman year, I lost everything.
I'm gonna say the height
Contacts
of my,
on, lost the braces, all that
I'm gonna
shit.
say the height of my ugly phase powers is probably like I'm gonna say 10th grade. That was
Chrissy,
probably
don't be
like the height of
Chrissy,
my
don't be
powers.
talking
Oh, the-
that ish.
Wait,
She
oh,
remembers me back in 8th grade too.
Ugly phase.
Oh, and she
Everybody
remembers.
go through an ugly phase. You know what I'm saying? All kids go through it.
oh yeah, for sure.
So I'm saying mine was like around like I want to say like 10th grade.
See, I feel like my ugly phase was like 7th grade through junior year.
I was-
Like,
You know what's funny? The correlation
This nigga
there.
said phase.
You know what's funny? That correlation.
phase? What you mean phase?
I
go ahead, talk shit about my hair right now.
No,
bro.
no, I'm not talking about your hair. I'm just,
Motherfucker.
I'm just telling you. Like, do you realize during that time there's a one common denominator there?
What's that?
You didn't really need to worry about it as much. You weren't really caring about it as much.
Oh, because you was getting pussy.
No, all right, wait,
That's what I'm
no,
saying.
no, wait a minute.
No?
First of all, I did care because of
He
that.
was
getting
you know
a version-
exactly
he
what
was
I'm
getting a
talking
version
about.
of
Oh, I'm pretty much married,
Niggas-
so
niggas
I don't
was-
need to.
niggas
Wait, no,
was
no,
cuddling the hell out of
But
him.
no, but I did care then. But there was only so much I could do because of the fucking train tracks I had running through my face for all of middle school and the 3 out of 4 years of high
See,
school.
now I think you're trying to downplay because PJ, these little Spanish thotties, they was on your booty hole, bro.
Wait,
with
but
your braces and all
that wasn't.
I'm telling you.
That wasn't the question, though. That wasn't the
What was-
question.
what was the
You
question?
asked what was your ugliest phase. I feel like throughout that was my ugliest phase.
You think everybody has an ugly phase? Maybe
Absolutely.
some people don't.
Well, according
No, absolutely.
to
I don't
Trish, she just said her whole high school career was that for me.
Well, like
I don't
ugly
think so,
phase?
Trisha. Don't be don't be selling yourself short. Come on
Thank you,
now.
Christy, for liking my hair long. It's not done, but thank you.
Well, I'm fucking bald. I'm not showing y'all my shit. I mean, I'm in my mid
Y'all
30s
remember?
now. My shit's
I have to get this one thing out.
Go for it.
Y'all came at me a little bit.
I didn't come at shit.
No, you
And
did though.
I tried to
You
change
did,
it so
though,
we
though.
stopped the
But
roasting.
right, because you just didn't want it to
Yo,
get to
you
you a little
coming at me
bit
with my head
first.
in
No,
my
I
shirt.
just-
I was like,
I
I
don't-
gotta
The one thing that I remember.
Oh, we about to escalate? Iran and U.S.
Nah,
You follow me? I'm telling you.
it was the pubic sensation on your face that you were trying to work out. Like you've embraced it now. Like
Oh,
you
yeah, you goddamn right.
right, but this took a while.
Yes, you know why? I had fucked up.
Like you started it back then.
I had my.
It's germinated now.
You goddamn right. Because my family don't grow fucking facial hair, nigga. I'm sorry. I'm not fucking Italian or Puerto Rican, nigga. Black people don't have. I don't even got fucking hair on my legs.
It was that and learning your body, like your size.
Oh yeah, I was a doofy ass tripping over. Yeah, I got a lot more grace now.
Yeah.
You know
you've embraced. You've come into yourself. We've all just come into ourselves. It's really the difference.
I just want to be this age forever. I feel like I'm in my prime. I thought that like 22 when I was dunking on niggas that I was in my prime. Like no, dunking niggas does not mean that you're in your prime. Like it just means that you can jump really high. I feel like now mentally and physically, like this is the best it's gonna get because it's only gonna get more. My physical is only gonna break down more from here. So right now, I could probably bust your ass and give you some philosophy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like give you deep thought. It's the prime.
That's not, you know what? You know what's funny? I still can't play ball though, and I remember those days at fucking Smith Clove Park.
It's not for everybody.
I just can't. Hey, and you know what?
I remember.
I remember
Fabian trying to play basketball, and my man. Like. Y'all ever seen the spoof videos of dude throwing it like over the hoop or stupid hard like at the backboard?
I remember playing with
that. Was really Fabian trying though.
I mean, we played at the camp.
We played at the camp. Yeah, that was really Fabian trying though.
Camp, bro.
It was.
That's all right, Fabe.
It was interesting.
Listen, it was one of those things in Smith Clove I dreaded, but you know what?
Tristan said you were gonna break down sooner because you older.
Listen, I'll be the first to admit I was not nice at basketball, hands down. That wasn't my shit. That's what it was.
Oh, Jules is on.
Later on. Jules.
We can. Everybody got a memory of how Jules used to be back in high school.
No, see, now we just need more microphones. If we did call-ins for the show, I'd take them. But yeah, when I tell everybody to ask me for my number in Walmart, when we went like, "What's your number?" Oh yeah, I'm on Facebook.
Oh,
so I'm on Facebook. If y'all want to call me, I'm not giving my number. I did that something.
She said none of y'all were nice to basketball. Damn, she's talking shit already.
None of y'all were nice.
I wasn't nice at basketball.
I almost made the basketball team.
I was on the PTA team because
I wouldn't even admit that.
No, true story. You want to know the reason I didn't make the basketball team was because on the last day of tryouts, my dumbass forgot my shorts, so I had to wear this big ass nigga's pants that did not fit me at all. Like.
I was trying to be there for you.
What was that? Was that the JV shirt, or was that the?
It was JV. It was JV.
It was 10th grade, right? Or 9th grade?
No, JV's.
It was 8th grade. It was 8th grade. Because we were in the second middle school.
Yeah.
Had I made that, I think I would have been able to go play varsity. Because, that's when niggas is kind of still learning. I was good enough, at least at that time, to make it. I just did not have the proper attire. I was a fool.
You know what I had going for me? Tall.
You know what?
Talking.
Jules talking mad shit. I'm gonna post a picture of that heifer back in high school. Then see how much shit she gonna talk.
We all got pictures.
I know we're gonna talk about growing in. You better stop it.
This has been one of the most unorthodox episodes we've ever done.
We did not tell people that we were doing Facebook Live through Fabian's account this whole episode. We apologize.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, we're doing that.
Yeah, we're on Facebook Live, guys.
He does have us tagged in the Alpha 5.
It's just we have a couple of people from the topic that we're talking about that are
which is high school, and we're better way to have conversations about high school than
people you grew up with.
Lunch table.
Yeah.
What up, 5th period, 6th period lunch? What's happening?
No word.
11th period study hall. I see y'all. Oh, the 11th period study hall was lit, nigga. Oh, I ruined my high school career because there was a study hall the last 2 fucking periods of the day. In the lunch, niggas didn't want me in their class no more. So Mark gave me a fucking stack of passes, and I had a girl. I ain't gonna name her, but a girl. She signed.
I knew her.
Yeah,
I knew her.
The homie, right?
Yeah.
But that was still the homie
at the time.
Always the homie, no matter what. We might be talking about somebody did. Anyway, so she signed all of them. And so I didn't go to 11th or 12th period, ever. And I kind of had to go to the Go program after that. But the point was, they shouldn't
shift you off the Go.
You goddamn right. I ain't dealing with this nigga. But I was being,
my man Alex.
He
went in colored all day.
Nah, we didn't say that.
fucking figure painting and shit.
Nah, actually.
Yeah.
I thought it was, at first I protested because I wasn't trying to leave my normal school because you trying to make me feel like
You wanted to have lunch with us, too. I remember that. Yeah.
That's the only reason I went to school. But what fucked me up is that when you got there, they gave you all your schoolwork right then and there. It's like, oh no, nigga, you're gonna do the work. It's a thick ass packets.
Jules said, "Remember when we danced on radiators?"
Yeah, because that was the same night. If you listen to one,
everyone falls in love sometimes.
John, do it.
I don't know about you. Oh, do the
Those who know. Those who don't.
Yeah, if you know, you know. If you
Listen,
know, you know.
actually, I saw her recently, and she's doing very well. She's awesome.
I see her on the internet all the time.
Yeah. Nah,
Shouts out to everybody in high school that I see on the internet. I might not like your shit or talk to you ever, but I'm seeing you do well, so I'm happy for you.
Yeah, shout out to all my people from
I just
Woodbury
don't
that
like
I
fucking
graduated
with
with.
the
Again,
I
we're
see
gonna ask
everybody.
everybody
Good
to go to the Apple Podcast fucking app that y'all all have and subscribe. Y'all want to watch this shit?
Why don't
Go
y'all
support us,
Why don't
please.
y'all like our page? Just go on Facebook. You're on Facebook right now. just go on Facebook, just real quick. I swear to God, we not gonna end the live. If you just go
Alpha
on the
5
page
Podcast. Go
and
ahead,
hit
we'll wait.
follow.
We won't, but
Mike Lloyd.
Just go hit follow and then come right
Stop
back. I swear to
name
God.
dropping.
It pops up here. Everybody can see it. Don't worry about
Yes, but
it.
you're
All the recording. Yeah, you're right. You're right. She's
We're
good.
talking to
can't
niggas
take
in
you
Dubai.
nowhere,
Shit, sorry.
bro.
Mike Blank.
We're talking to niggas.
How about that corrected?
Shit.
This guy. Oh man, we only got like fucking 10 minutes left. I don't even want to be 10 minutes, but I know. Well, you know what? We can just enjoy.
Jill said that's what happens when you think you're so cool that you get kicked out, John.
Jill.
I didn't think I was cool. That was kind of part of the plan. I didn't think I was going to lose my friends in the process. I hated the fucking school. I love the people.
Yeah, one of the things that I actually am still very proud of myself to this day is getting voted most reliable. I don't know why, but like I
didn't
actually
know that.
hold on. To,
Oh, from the yearbook?
Yeah, I got voted in the yearbook for that.
Oh, I don't remember that.
I'm just proud of the diploma.
Jules
I
wants
got
us to drop her name, Jules Atkins.
Drop on it.
All right. Joe's officially just
All right.
drop her name.
Yeah, but I do want to see Alpha 5 on, what is it, Travel by Jules?
Oh, you got so many.
If it's
You got
Travel
so
by,
many.
if it's Travel by Jules or Jules Lene, I want to see Alpha 5 podcast.
World meets girl.
Uh-huh.
Oh, hold on. We about to drop all the Twitters. Jules, you
Matter of
about to get
you know what?
hard shout out.
We're gonna do a segment right now live. If you have a business out there or some shit that you want promoted, tell us right now, and we're just going to go say it online.
Word.
How about that?
If y'all are watching this live, let us know who you want us to shout out. TJ, that's right. TJ and Jules got voted biggest flirts, which is kind of ironic because Jules wasn't a flirt until like
High school days.
no, you know what?
Late high school.
Nah, it was
You
late
talking
high
about the
school.
same Jules?
It was
Yeah.
it was late high school.
Jules was a flirt in middle school.
Nah.
Okay.
Jules was still like tomboyish back
Bro.
chilling, you know.
Okay. All right.
I don't know. I feel like she was.
Nah, she was definitely
She
flirt-
flourished in the high
She
school.
probably she got mature, but she was definitely a flirt in eighth grade.
There was always one specific person who really had her attentions. She only really flirted with people that she was really comfortable with, like that initially.
Right.
Towards the later years of high school, like things
You got
changed a little
okay,
bit.
okay.
TJ was absolutely the biggest flirt. Like,
Yeah, I
like
think
that goes to
both
what I was
deserve
saying
it.
though.
I think they
No,
both
it
deserve
was deserving.
Shout out class 2004, 2003, 2005.
Yeah, which
That
actually
era.
brings me to some because there's a lot of people. I actually have to put this up. You know, since we've been out of high school, there's a lot of people. I don't mean to bring it down a little bit, but everybody rest in peace. From our graduating class, there's a lot of people that did pass, and you know, Brian most recently on the job and shit, and
Rest in
Yeah.
you
peace.
know,
Yeah.
I thought
that
our
is
prayers are out
probably
with
one of the
everybody else.
saddest things, actually.
That
It's super sad.
that actually,
Super sad.
we did lose a lot of our class to drugs. That's that's probably one of the bigger ways we've lost people.
I think in 2018 I went to at least I think at two different funerals, but there was a lot more. You know what I mean? Of people dying from ODs. Or I knew people like directly that I had hung out with that are just gone. So it's kind of crazy. You don't think like growing up that the people that you are cutting class with or you're doing a history project with that they're gonna die one day, but yeah, it's kind of crazy. It is sad.
So rest in peace, and you know,
Word.
basically shout out to the families, and you know, still praying for y'all. I mean, we still remember those names, and you know, wish you all the best. But yeah, it's crazy how things change.
Cherish the ones that are close to you.
If you look at our live, right, and how we've got a good amount of people right now watching from our graduating class, right, who probably easily relate to what we're talking about.
Maybe.
And it really puts things into perspective, though, because there are some people that we've lost, some people that might still be battling with, you know. There are memories that you don't realize you have, that you can really hold on to, and it's not until discussions like this, right, that that shit starts to flood back. It's like you had like a compartment in your brain that is just locked. You know,
and it
like
takes something for it,
right?
For it to kind of spark.
You need that key. You need that key to open those fucking doors, and it's like a closet that's jam packed. That you force the door closed.
Yeah,
the shit just starts falling out. It's wild, you know. I don't know. I find it kind of interesting.
It's kind of deep. I was saying before, like we're the only generation that we're the first generation that kept their bonds. You know what I'm saying? Like due to the internet.
We had so many tools though to develop the memories though too. Like y'all all remember AIM, Silk Shocker 248. What up?
Instant Messenger, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Right? Those were the original group chats. Bro.
Check out my away message.
Nah,
hold that down.
Right, I'm away. Be back later. You would leave that shit up as long as you wouldn't get in trouble for
And
using
And then
it.
sometimes you leave specific messages because some shorty wasn't acting right, and you knew you gotta put this out to her, and you put us about there like, yeah,
I wasn't saying
you know
that.
she's gonna see it.
I wasn't really, because we was like, we used it in high school, but once we got out of high school, it was MySpace. But my shit on AIM was Daffy was a black man. I still remember. I had like mad AIM names.
No, but that's what I'm saying though. Like in using that stuff though, we built our memories completely different than how it's done now.
Which is still kind of crazy because even though it's still on the internet, we have no archive of any of that shit.
Don't.
No, you still
but you
the
still
only
remember.
thing-
I remember my AIM name.
I remember mine too, but
I don't even
I'm
wanna
saying
say-
actually because now
What was yours, Fabian?
Oh man, I don't know.
Come on, what was yours, Fabian? Stop lying.
I don't know. It's embarrassing.
I had like 19 of them, so you can't go. Pig Venus was one of them. Like
I remember that one.
Dude, I had a whole bunch of them. Daffy was the bag man. Pig Venus.
That was your last one. That was the bad one. I think it was the last one.
That was my permanent one.
Yeah.
That was like.
But you know what's funny? That social media
I'm
shit.
not letting him off the hook. I'm not. What was your AIM name?
I don't know. You guys.
You're lying.
I
You
remember.
are lying.
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't remember.
Buddhist man. Yo, you fucking are a disgrace to my disclaimer at the beginning of the show.
Jules was Barry Wild 214. I remember that.
I don't know if I had.
Wow.
I might have had her, but I was talking to different people because I was just trying to mac on AIM. That's literally what my AIM was for. I was just talking to different girls at different times.
No. Fabian, what would yours was something? So yours was something Rican.
Yeah.
Finest Rican.
Sexiest Rican.
Sexiest Rican.
Why you ashamed?
Man, I want to hear it.
Why you ashamed of that shit, bro?
I mean, it is probably factual
Because he
in
had
Monroe
it.
Woodbury.
He had it when his head was.
Oh, when you still look like Rainhead?
When it was a blackberry on a twig.
Pop off, man.
This nigga head just going around like this and shit. You walking around with that head. Dude.
Yo, that's why your neck muscle's so big right now, bro. They had all them years of training holding your head up.
He's all neck. He was doing neck ups and shit. Imagine if he was just doing this shit. Can you pass me that Bacardi, please? Somebody.
Right, Tristan says you remembered your shit, Sexiest Rican.
Oh, man.
That's it.
Extras,
That's what you are for the rest of the
Yo,
episode.
do y'all remember the shit we used to do after school? Because after school was more lit than regular school. I don't know if you stayed a lot after school, but
I stood a lot after school because that was usually the only way I could see my girlfriends.
Or in between study halls and in between classes and shit, meet up for the bathrooms and stuff.
Yo,
after school hit
in between
different.
class makeout sessions were dope.
In the stairwells.
Yeah, but after school hit different. After school is where you get the motherfucking a whole hallway to yourself. That big ass school, you can just go to a floor and go to a hallway.
Yup.
Take a spot, my nigga. Or when the science door was unlocked, nigga, the teacher ain't locked the door.
D4.
Ooh, not even D. You go
It's
A if you
D4.
pick the right room.
Now you see D4 is completely packed.
Oh,
got
man.
2 gyms, 2 cafeterias and
Yo,
shit. That
why
place
was
is
we
complete.
so horny in high school? What the fuck was wrong?
That's that age. That's where we at.
We was. Listen, I just want to groove. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't know how to go about it and shit. You know what I'm saying? But I just knew that.
Nigga, you was asking me to talk to people.
You goddamn right, nigga. Half the motherfuckers in the chat probably got a note from you for me.
Yo, who said this? Hold on. TJ said stairwell girls got pregnant.
Yo, holy shit. Holy
It's
shit.
too much. It's
This is a good time.
it's really too much.
This is actually almost the equivalent of 2. This right now.
I-
We don't
listen.
have 40. We're good.
Oh, okay.
We're good.
All right.
We got a little leeway.
It was a really good time.
Yeah.
There's stuff that
It wasn't too much
Would I
bad.
change anything? Like, I want to say no because, like, yeah, we are who we are because of what we went through and or what we did, whatever. But, like, at the same time, like, I wish I could give myself some intelligence back then.
You had it. It was just an IU.
It's not intelligence.
Well,
it's
the naivety.
wisdom.
Yeah, wisdom.
That
Right.
wisdom.
You're
Because you know
correct.
what I mean? Because we're all kids, we're all growing up, we're getting smarter, you know,
So
by
what
the
was
day.
your-
But
we
it's like
ain't
that
infants.
knowledge, that experience that you don't get to. You look at now like, damn, that's some dumb shit.
Tiffany said D floor girls got the D.
She was part of this.
Oh, man, what a bunch
boy.
of whores that school had. Because everybody
It
knows.
was the men, though. It was the men and the women. It was all of them.
That was Tiffany who said that.
I'm saying, well, yeah, but it was a dude that also has to be involved unless there was some weird shit going on.
But what's kind of ironic though is how like
The
what
girls
you
knew?
thought was like a secret really wasn't a secret kind of thing. Like
It was
like you,
elephant in the room.
yeah,
It was everybody saw it.
everybody knew it. There's everybody like a bunch of fucking horny bastards.
Yeah, it was everywhere. It was, but you didn't have.
So, apparently the girls were like dick everywhere.
Well, yes, because the dude wasn't. We were not fucking each other. That's not.
Yeah, but a lot of them were front, especially like actually in our group. A lot of them were definitely front. They were playing. There were some that you say you knew,
was playing games,
and then some of them were front. And
some
I know
of
that
them
for
you
a fact.
had the.
Yes.
They could see through bullshit too, you know what I'm saying? Because they were still girls. So it's like boys are stupid, and they always had the older nigga that was gonna pick them up from high school that had McDonald's in the car and shit. And we can't. How do you compete with a nigga with McDonald's?
Yeah, he got his car and shit. He got the-
Side note:
the Honda
when we
Civic.
started being able to drive to school, I felt like such a G.
Oh, that's when the ratio of niggas get pussy after that. Yeah, absolutely. Once you got the car, that was the you unlocked it.
Yeah, I drive you home. I drive you home. What's up?
You just felt like a king.
Yeah,
like, I always got to
You
go to
just get the
rides.
shit that says achievement unlocked
You know?
on the screen. nigga.
Achievement unlocked.
Yes, nigga, you unlocked pussy.
It's facts though. That's just the gold trophy too. That's the gold trophy of high school.
I got my.
And it's true. Like once you did that, I was like, all right, you got the ultimate form of independence. Like you the man. Like
I
that
got
shit.
my car, my first own car senior year. It was like, oh, so my piece of shit.
Jules trying to say she didn't know anything until college about D floor. You need to stop it.
I mean, you ain't got a front for the internet. They ain't got to know. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man.
So.
I don't know. I'm not going to say she's lying. I'm just saying that's hard to
No, Jules. It was a front until like that time.
She was a good girl?
Yeah. She was.
Yes, but
She had the tendencies.
she
but
acted
then
like she
acted on
didn't
it.
know though. That's my thing. She's acting like she didn't know. I didn't know nothing. Stop it.
She's always been a flirty,
Stop
smiley
it.
girl. So, I don't know. That don't mean much. She's never been one of them girls to me that she was just going to be able to like.
Yo, college was a good time. A college.
I was about to say. That's
Damn, you skipping. That's a whole different episode.
Nigga, we're talking about some different shit.
Talking about food fights, freaking McDonald's.
We didn't even get to the
We
food
talking about
fight.
how Washingtonville used to be mad because they thought we had a fucking Taco Bell in our shit. Yo, Washingtonville kids are dumb. And we can say
Back
that
up,
shit.
Rebecca.
Oh, yes.
Rebecca,
Yes, I don't care that my wife went to Washingtonville. She's not dumb.
Yo, where's
but
Ray? Ray's
that's
not on the episode tonight. Damn.
Yo,
Shot
Washington,
fired.
I don't care. And I get to say that. Go Crusaders. Fuck them. Washingtonville kids are dumb.
Go
They really
Crusaders.
thought, they was like, oh, she told me this. She was like, I thought you had a Taco Bell at McDonald's. I said, where the fuck are we getting? Our parents are not paying for a Taco Bell. I said, we had different lunch lines where you can get like cookies and pizza rolls and sandwiches and then the regular lunch, but it wasn't like I couldn't like go boss.
We really were.
Talk to somebody manager.
You know what?
We were spoiled.
We have a bougie ass school. Like, you know, bougie ass vending machines, lines of vending machines.
Pinky up, niggas.
Cameras, nigga. We were insane white kids. Even the black kids had turned white at that point. Yo, how much does the school cost? The school was like what, $20 million? You don't give nobody $20 million school and expect them niggas to start acting right. We had just came from the hood in the motherfucking old high school, in the middle school, nigga. Oh man, we're in heaven now. We got TVs in the classroom now. Kids is watching porn in the motherfucking classroom. You don't remember that shit? Happened in the science class.
Oh man,
you know what I'm saying? So that school was a trip. You learned a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah, we were some bougie motherfuckers.
But it was definitely bougie. But you know what? It was a great school.
It was the greatest.
I really appreciate my education, and that school was actually great when it comes to education and stuff. You know, I felt like I had a good one and everything. But that place definitely was bougie. It was definitely extra when it came to all the other shit.
I want to end it on this. Shouts out to the class from Monroe Woodbury.
In all the classes.
2004. Second shout out to everybody else that we were better than, but still dope.
Facts.
We appreciate everybody for tuning in on Facebook Live. Please, 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 again, go subscribe. You find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, at Alpha 5 Podcast. We out there, and we're going to have some more shit coming out once we get it together. I'm Frank, a.k.a. PJ, here with John.
Yo.
And Fabian.
What's up?
Reminiscing on the days. We appreciate you tuning in. And remember, we're all alphas at something.
Go Crusaders.
Peace.